Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Ben, and I am under a what is this? 2001 Toyota Corolla. I just finished doing the rear brakes. I put new shoes and drums, and got to the last part where I have to do the adjustment because when you put the drums on, you have to be able to slip it over the shoes. And then the way that the drum brakes work is that they expand the shoes into the drum. So the only way to get a good adjustment so that when you're actually braking while driving, so that they engage as quickly as possible, is to adjust them after you put the whole thing back together. Now, as you can see here, I have the adjustment port open, and there's a little star wheel inside, which I can't show you because I can't get the flashlight and the camera in there at the same time. When you have the brakes open, you can see how the star wheel and this opening relate to each other, so that when it comes to putting it back together and then doing the adjustment, you have a good idea of what you need to do. Right now, if I spin the wheel, yeah, I mean, there's no touching at all there in the shoes. So go in here with a tool. On some vehicles, you have to use a specific brake adjustment tool. On other ones, you can usually get away with just a flat screwdriver. And so I wanted to show you this. I just happen to be using a Leatherman here, but if you listen, it'll click as I'm turning the star wheel, and every click makes it just a little bit tighter. And I spin it by hand. It's still not contacting yet. And because I put this thing together and I adjusted the star wheel all the way to its minimum, it's going to take me several clicks to get this to a contact point. So now if I spin it, you can hear it rubbing. Okay, and this is not quite enough yet. Wanted to do is to get some constant contact all around, so that you can feel it dragging. Now, this is halfway through the adjustment process, but when you're adjusting with the screw, it is not completely, it's not adjusting both at the same time because you're getting some uneven pressure. So to equalize both sides, I use the e-brake cable to expand it and compress it one time. Now, you could go in the car and pull the e-brake handle, but if you know, you got to get up and then do it, or if you have a helper, that helps too. But in this case, all we're going to do is just take this this cable here and bend it. Bend that a couple of times, and that is enough to move the shoes a little bit. So now if I spin it, you can see that it's not contacting anymore. So I'm going to give it a few more adjustment. Do that. Do the cable again. Spin it. See, so just repeat until you get it a little bit of drag. I'm going to roll over to the other side because I've already adjusted this one. Sorry for the camera shaking, but take a quick look and you'll see, get a little bit of drag and it stops on its own. And this is good enough because remember, we got brand new shoes and brand new drums, and they're gonna have to seat. So when we take this out for a test drive, after we set in the brakes by moderately braking, usually 3 or 4 times from about 45 to 50 miles an hour to about 15 or 20, that will set in the brake, and then this will freewheel after it's gotten rid of the rough edges. And that is the basic way to adjust drum brakes after putting on a new set of brakes, shoes, and drums. I hope this was helpful.